takes on the carbon tax. Bucket Beer dealt with Hydro One. The list goes on. He's really good for keeping promises.
Well, the 2018 PC Ontario Convention is about to kick off, and as you can imagine, folks, PC members are in a jubilant mood given the Doug Ford supermajority victory back in June. And speaking of which, we want to reach out and ask people here, what do they think Conservatives in other parts of Canada should do to emulate the kind of success Doug Ford scored here last summer? So Linda, what we're asking people is that given Doug Ford's resounding victory in June with the supermajority government, what advice would you give other Conservatives in other parts of Canada to emulate the kind of success Doug Ford had here in Ontario?
Oh, I think the biggest thing is that they got to quit watching mainstream media. They've got to get into the Rebel. They've got to get, believe it or not, I get a lot off of Twitter and what a lot of people are saying all over, and then I do the research from that.
I think you have to believe in the message. I think if we look at Ontario, New Brunswick, we're winning all the time now. Yes. So I think that people have to believe in the Conservative message and just follow suit with it.
Be upfront with people, the same as Donald Trump is. A lot of people don't like him, but what he's doing is he's coming across and saying, this is what I'm doing, and he's coming across with it. So right from British Columbia, right through to Newfoundland, you got to take a look at a leader. And you can criticize him all you want, but the thing is he's progressing and he's doing what he said he was going to do.
Not being afraid of the media, speaking his truth. I don't know. He's on fire. Just all I can recommend is people watch what he does and maybe learn a thing or two.
Doug Ford was able to actually get to the root of people's issues and problems, give them hope, give them a reason to actually back him and to believe in him.
These Trudeau Liberals, they've had so many gaffes and fiascos and scandals in the last few years. Why do you think that Andrew Scheer is not resonating with Canadians the way Doug Ford resonated with Ontarians?
I think because he's trying to be a little careful, because anything he says, the Liberals just take that little bit and make it a mile. And obviously we don't hear anything about Trudeau, and every day he's at his gaffe. Sun News. Every day. They didn't have one, but they had two gaffes. That's before he got elected. Had people watched it before they took Sun News down, they would never voted for Trudeau.
He's just not that inspiring a guy. I know Stephen Harper wasn't that that wow factor. Like when Doug comes into a room, he has that, like, he lights it up.
He doesn't excite people as much. Very intelligent man, nice gentleman, but Doug creates excitement.
I actually have a hard time answering that. I think it has something to do with, on the federal level, you got issues like supply and management, and Max and Bernie really resonated with the Conservative principle base. Doug Ford didn't have issues like that the same way Andrew Scheer does. I think that was a big problem.
This Ford government has done a lot in such a short time. What do you think is the best accomplishment to date?
The cap and trade for sure, right? And then the price of gas coming down. Like you gotta put money back. One thing I really agree with Doug Ford. We don't agree on everything, and I'm not afraid to say it here. But putting money back in people's pockets, making it a little cheaper for them to get to work, lowering the price of gas, these types of things, just little things. That really strikes a chord for me.
I think working on the carbon tax, because I have a business, okay? So if we don't have something to go to work for, because, we've got to have Ontario open. And we're going to lose all this stuff because we've lost so many.
But the Trudeau Liberals say the carbon tax is going to put more money in your pocket.
I
know, I'm having trouble saying that with a straight face.
Anybody with a brain knows that that's hilarious, right? Like, I can't say anything more than that. It's just, it's a tax. It's plain as a tax. There's nothing to gain from it. Anybody that basically even got a grade 12 education is going to know it's a tax.
Scrapping the carbon tax, I'll add one more. At least bring in a lot of visibility to the physical education battle. Bring in visibility to
You mean the sex ed battle, or?
I'm being political here. So yes, the sex said yes,
Okay.
yes, yes, absolutely.
Biggest thing that he probably has come across with is the fact that he is going to try and cut back on a lot of the stupid moves that were made by Kathleen Wynne, especially with the hydro situation. A lot of people are pretty pissed off with that. Sorry about the language, but hydro is a big responsibility to a lot of people, especially small families with children, and are just making it on what they can.
Yeah, it looks like maybe Ford's entire first term might be just dedicated to cleaning up the mess he inherited.
I think so. And if he does show enough credibility in what he's doing and getting the support of the people of Ontario, he will do the same thing as Donald Trump will, get re-elected next year.
Make Ontario great again, eh?
You got it.
I'll give you a general answer for that. He's been really good on keeping promises. Takes on the carbon tax, bucket beer, dealt with Hydro One, the list goes on. He's really good for keeping promises.
I think he's delivering on promises, and when he says he's going to not have a carbon tax here, I think that's awesome. Getting rid of the drive clean, that's a scam. I think him making no taxes for people in low income brackets, that's awesome too. So yeah, he's delivering on everything. So
just hitting them out of the park on everything, I guess, right?
he's the Babe Ruth politician. There you go. Yeah.
Thank you so much, JD.
Thank you.
Okay, take care. Hey folks, the Rebel has a new app. Please download that app and take the Rebel with you wherever you go.